Drew, I just talked to Deuce McAllister and Zach Strief, and Sean Payton said this afterwards. You know, at this point, this football team, you're not trying to figure it out; you're just trying to correct things. Is that the mindset right now?
Yeah, it's about getting a little bit better, and it's about identifying the things that maybe are getting you beat or not allowing you to kind of get over the hump and correcting those things. I really believe we're approaching that tipping point. We're approaching it, and unfortunately, you take some lumps along the way. But once we hit that, then floodgates are going to open. And this team's going to start rolling. We're just not quite there yet.
Is this a fragile team right now, having lost 3 straight at home, and really it's kind of a passing of the torch, losing a lot of leaders from last year? I mean, describe the kind of the mindset after this game, and maybe what Peyton said to you guys. I mean, what's the state of this team now?
Well, I would just say this. What do we have to lose? What do we have to lose?
Right.
And go out there, turn it loose, see if we can make it happen. You know what? And if it doesn't, it wasn't meant to be. But we've all been through much worse than this, and it stinks to be 4-7. It does. I take that personally as a quarterback. I feel like that's a direct reflection on me. But man, so I wake up every day and say, man, how can I be a better leader today? How can I let these guys know how much I care about them and how much I want to win for them? And just focus on the process. Sometimes you get so results-driven that you just paralyze yourself. You got to focus on the process and know that the results will take care of itself. But, man, we just got to keep plugging away. And this game's meant to be fun, so we need to start having fun, and winning is fun.
Is it amazing? You get asked about this every week, but, I mean, I'm sure you've never been a part of a division like this where, every team lost once again, and despite everything that's happened for this football team, you're alive for a division title still.
Yeah, I would say this, and I said it to the guys after the game. I'm not afraid to say it here, but I don't care.
You said that to me a few weeks ago too. Yeah.
In our division, I don't care. Everybody is a faceless team. I'm focused on us and the team that we're playing from week to week. That's all I care about.
Let's do some hit points in this game. The opening drive, Joe Morgan, a bright spot tonight. I mean, you were looking for somebody to step up with Brandon Cooks being out. He stepped up for you tonight.
Yeah, he had that big run, first drive, big catch, on one of those other drives in the first quarter, and it really set us up nicely down there. We were able to punch one in, unfortunately not the other, but he's definitely a guy that can, do some things for us. So I'm excited about that weapon.
Going forward on 4th down, I know Zach Strief says as players, you guys love the call. Just talk about how disappointing that was not to convert and set the tone early.
Listen, we got to convert it. When we're called upon, when the head man shows that confidence in us, we got to come through for him. And so, just when you talk about the momentum in the game, boom, you stick that in the end zone. I mean, that's a huge momentum change. Unfortunately, we don't get it, and then they've got a little something, and they're able to go the distance for their first score. So, yeah, that's anytime you have a chance to get points, but especially fourth, kind of a goal line stand type situation where, man, it's fourth and inside a yard, and we got to punch it in. We got to rise to the occasion.
You guys kept climbing back, and finally you hit Marcus Colston, maybe your best throw of the year. 65th time you guys have hooked up in the end zone. Talk about that throw.
Well, I'll talk about his catch because that was really the impressive thing about it. He's a playmaker. Got so much trust and confidence in him. There was a time in the fourth quarter where I throw one kind of high and outside to him, and he jumps up and makes a great play too. So that's what Marcus Colston does.
And on your interception, it looked like you were hit on that play a little bit. Talk about how that affected that throw potentially.
Yeah, it definitely affected the throw. It left it about 3 feet behind him, Otherwise, I feel like that ball's out in front of him. Catch it. Maybe we don't get the first down, but it's certainly not an interception. It's out of the reach of the defender. It's a game of inches and just split seconds. And, for that to happen right as that ball's coming out and forcing it to be left behind the receiver, guy takes it to the house. It stinks from a momentum standpoint, everything else, it stinks. It's not what, as I look at the game, I felt like offensively, listen, we knew they had a great pass rush. We knew they were great against the run. So, hey, are they going to make some plays? Yeah, and they did. They made some plays against the run. They got to me a few times. But, man, as long as the ball's in our hands, it's okay. You're just trying to avoid those bad plays. And I don't think we played paralyzed at all. Man, I thought we were aggressive. I mean, we took shots. We made some big plays. And then something like that happens just on a, just split second, guy grabs you. And It stinks that was the result.
All right, well, listen, have a great Thanksgiving with your family. We'll see you next week in Pittsburgh. I appreciate the time.
No problem. Thanks.
All right, Drew Brees here. Guys in the Superdome, not many guys want to talk after this game. We appreciate the Drew Brees, Zach Strief, and Deuce McAllister. Third straight loss here in the Superdome, but they're going to hope to rebound next week against Pittsburgh. Back to you guys in Louisiana Cat Studios.